Last night flipped everything on its head. The Cavs' Goliath winning streak, poof, gone. The Lakers, blown a lead so hard it left people in awe. And the Kings, they sealed a play-in spot without even taking the court. One night, 3 teams, absolute pandemonium. Within a matter of hours, playoff hopes were created, shattered, or put into doubt. Luka was ejected, SGA scored 40+, and the Warriors ran over the Suns to send the West into chaos. So, how did everything go down? And what does it have to do with the 2025 NBA playoffs? Let's break it all down. Buckle up.
3 seconds left. Mitchell for the win. Yay! Knocks it down.
April 8th, 2025, a night that could be remembered as the most frenzied evening of the NBA season. It wasn't just another set of regular season games. Each matchup mattered. Playoff position was on the line. Tiebreakers were being determined, and teams were playing like it was Game 7 of the finals. On the East Coast, the white-hot Cleveland Cavaliers rolled into Orlando, seeking to extend their eye-popping 16-game winning streak, and departed shocked, given their first defeat in more than a month. Out west, the Lakers had things under control against the Thunder until Luka Dončić lost his temper and got tossed. What ensued was an outright meltdown. And as the Kings watched from home, the Warriors were blowing out the Suns and inadvertently handing Sacramento a play-in ticket. It was a night of crazy twists, shattering storylines, and earthquake playoff upends, the type of night that reminds you why we adore this league. The Cavs rolled into Orlando, appearing to be a runaway train. 16 consecutive victories. 16. They were the hottest team in the NBA, shutting down teams defensively, distributing the ball, playing like a team that had it all figured out at precisely the right time. The playoffs were near, and Cleveland was poised to shake things up in the East. But that's the NBA. Just when you think a team is untouchable, someone swings back. And on April 8th, that someone was the Orlando Magic. For the first half, it was business as usual. The Cavs took a 13-point lead. Donovan Mitchell was being Donovan Mitchell. You could almost hear the Cleveland bench laughing it up like, let's get this over with and head home. But the Magic, they weren't laughing. They were grinding. Paolo Banchero, big body, soft touch, began to get to work. He tallied 24 points, bullying his way into the lane, knocking down jumpers, setting the tone. Franz Wagner chipped in with 22, flying around on the defensive end, making intelligent plays. And slowly, you could sense the shift. Cleveland began to miss shots. The turnovers started creeping in. That calm, composed energy, gone. Final buzzer, 108-103. Just like that, the streak ended. For the Magic, it was a declaration. For the Cavs, a gut test. You don't win in April on reputation. You win by clamping down every night out, particularly when teams are desperate like the Magic were. For 3.5 quarters, the Lakers had the game in their hands. They were leading by 1 over the best team in the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Crypto.com arena was electric, the ball was flowing, and Luka Dončić, he was in his bag. Until it all came crashing down in one stupid, emotional moment. With less than 7 minutes remaining in the fourth, Dončić was whistled for a foul he didn't care for at all. He mouthed off to the ref, something caustic, and boom, second technical, ejected. Luka was shocked. The fans were shocked. The Lakers, they just disintegrated. LA was winning at the time of the ejection. It was 108-107. But when Luka went into the tunnel, it was like someone pulled the plug on the team's juice. The Thunder smelled blood. And what about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? He gorged. He scored 42 points altogether, 16 of them after Luka was ejected. The Lakers couldn't hold him back. They couldn't score. They were lost. The Thunder completed the game with a 29-12 spurt.
And nails the step back.
Final score, 136-120. What was potentially going to be a season-changing victory for the Lakers became a nightmare quickly. This was not another bad loss. This one stings. With playoff seeding on the line, this was an opportunity to escape the play-in debacle. Instead, they fell further into it. As pandemonium broke out in Cleveland and LA, something special was cooking up north in Golden State, and it wasn't merely a regular season victory. The Warriors did not merely defeat the Suns, they incinerated them. From the opening tip, it felt like Steph and the squad were sending a message. We're not done yet. The first quarter, electric. Steph came out with that classic killer instinct, pulling up from deep, slicing through defenders like it was 2016 all over again. At halftime, it was already ugly. Warriors 69, Suns 43. The Suns were getting dazed. KD was irked, the bench was demoralized, and Phoenix just could not get anything going. Meanwhile, Golden State was running. Brandon Podziemski, yes, the rookie, scored 20 and played with the type of energy that had Dub Nation cheering. The ball movement was sharp, the defense clicking. This wasn't merely a win, it was a declaration. Final score, 133-95. Beat down. But here's the catch. This Warriors victory wasn't merely beneficial to themselves, it rescued the Kings. With the Suns losing, Sacramento officially secured a play-in position without having to even play that evening. Just picture Kings players, most likely at home, losing it when the clock expired in San Francisco. From a rough period, the Kings are again part of the dance. Not all buttered for a playoff existence, perhaps, but they are alive, and in April, that's all that matters. So, following all the buzzer beaters, ejections, and blowouts, what did April 8th really do to the playoff race? Short answer, a lot. Let's start in the East. The Cavaliers' defeat at the hands of the Magic not only ends their 16-game run, it disrupts the top of the standings. That slip-up gives rooms for other teams like the Knicks and the Bucks to rise, particularly since there are barely a few games remaining. Each seed counts. Home court advantage in a gritty East? That's a difference maker. And don't count out Orlando. This wasn't a feel-good victory. The Magic are looking for a higher seed themselves, and defeating the hottest team in the league is a serious statement. Now, in the West, things get even crazier. The Lakers, they're perilously close to dropping further into the play-in threshold, and if so, that would mean a do-or-die tilt versus the Warriors, or perhaps even the Kings. Not the kind of thing LeBron and AD were looking for this far along in the season. Talking about the Kings, they're officially in the play-in, courtesy of the Suns' collapse. That clinch provides Sacramento with a second opportunity to establish that they do belong. It's not an automatic playoff ticket, but it is a seat at the table. And the Warriors, they seemed alive, truly alive. This type of blowout victory this far into the year can be great for momentum, particularly if Steph and Draymond can get everyone in tune. In the meantime, the Suns are sliding. That blowout loss revealed some serious issues. If KD and Booker can't get things back on track quickly, they could be entering the play-in with the burden of a crumbling season on their shoulders. So, yeah, one night, 4 games, and an entirely new playoff scenario. If April 8th taught us anything, it's that the NBA has no chill. One moment, you're flying high with a 16-game winning streak. The next, you're rubbing your head in a quiet locker room. One moment, you're up by 1, then your best player gets ejected and the game flies out of your hands. Or perhaps you don't even take the court that evening, but wake up the next morning to a play-in spot due to someone else mishandling their opportunity. That's the sorcery of this time of year. The profit margins are mere inches wide. One solid night can turn a season. One clunker can kill it. And sure, it's simple to take a glance at the tumult and view merely numbers on a standings table, but behind every outcome, there are motivation speeches in the locker room, red-eye flights, battered bodies, and fatigued legs pursuing a dream that mere handfuls of teams ever reach. So, what happens next? We're about to find out, because the postseason is calling, and the real drama hasn't even started yet. The Kings are in. The Lakers are slipping. The Cavs are reeling. And the Warriors, they're starting to smell blood. This was just the appetizer. The real storm is coming. Get ready. And there you have it, a night that shook up the standings and left us all on the edge of our seats. The playoff picture is clear, and the drama is just getting started. If you enjoyed the breakdown and want to stay updated on all the latest NBA action, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next as the race to the postseason heats up. Drop a comment below and let me know, which team do you think is going to make the biggest push in these final games? Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.